The rhythm of Shakespeare's language is based on the rhythm of a heartbeat. The poetry is in the rhythm of the iambic, which is a heartbeat. The heartbeat is arguably the first sound we hear in the womb before we're born, so it's a calming, nurturing sound. We begin the show and end the show making that rhythm of the heartbeat.
But Shakespeare is sort of uniquely qualified because A, there's a lot of heightened circumstances and he speaks a lot about what it's like to be fully alive.
I'll take them! I'll take them! To the pile! Okay. Oh.
And then the iambic pentameter is written in the rhythm of a heartbeat. So those things combined with this sort of extreme situations and possibility for characterization all sort of coalesce into a perfect package for this.
The actors and the children play games together, sensory drama games, which I've worked on and created over the last 12 years. The games tell the story of The Tempest, but at the same time, they challenge the children's autism, allowing them to explore their eye contact and their speech and language, their spatial awareness and their sensory life, and above all, really enjoy themselves. With 6 actors and 15 children, the actors have 2 or 3 children with them. So the actors are spaced evenly around the circle and the children sit with the actors. So each actor kind of has a little team of 2 or 3 children, and as they get up and play, the children play with their specific actor.
I play Caliban, the savage, uneducated savage. I'm taught how to speak and I'm taught how to become more civilized.
The task of the actor, as it were, is to remain completely and utterly focused in the moment of playing. And if you can do that with your audience, especially if that audience has difficulty perceiving and difficulty in terms of perception, but actually you can break through those difficulties, then you're really onto something.
I like the challenge of it, I like the provocation of it, I like the compassion of it. And I like to watch these children sometimes transform in front of your eyes.
Somehow the children have their mode of communication, we have ours, and we meet in the middle. There is now, I think, we've all developed a sense of intuition about what they're getting, or that they're experiencing something, that they're awakening. It's like they're coming to life.
It's actually a great acting training, a great acting challenge, because you have the role you're playing and you know everyone else's role as well, but you also have a team of children that you're not only responsible for in a sort of common sense way, but also in terms of engaging them in the games and sort of gauging the temperature of what's going on with everybody else.
And now Zach and Kevin are going to throw the angry face to Chris and Liam and Olivia with a 1, 2, 3, throw.
This project came about as part of the partnership project with OSU and the RSC, who are researching this work outside of the theatrical context. So the games that I've invented are being played twice a week over a 2-year period, and researchers at the Nisonga Center at OSU are evaluating the games against a control group of children who are not receiving the intervention. So that's gone very well, and the studies are looking very positive. They're going to be publishing the results next year.
I think for families watching, at least a lot of what we've heard is, I've never seen my child involve themselves in that way. I've never seen them emote. I've never seen them just sit in a circle and smile genuinely about something that's going on for them.
I think it's a risk every time we do it, and somehow the risk pays off. It's a risk because we're asking these children, who we've never met before in most cases, to enter a world of imagination. And we take the risk that they're going to immediately enter that world without any resistance. Most do. There are some resistances, and usually they melt over the course of the hour and a half.
Goodbye, and we'll rest our hands and give ourselves a big round of applause.